Hi there Libra, welcome to your reading for February 2025. I have cleansed your space, I've meditated on your cards. But before we get into this video, I would like to let you know that we're going to go through the astrological forecast of the month of February first. If you're not interested in this, please have a look in the description box down below to when the tarot card reading actually starts. But we're going to have a look at the cosmic energies around us for the month of February, starting with a conjunction of Moon and Saturn, but also a conjunction of Moon and Venus on the same day, on the 1st of February. The conjunction of Moon and Venus might bring a sense of emotional isolation, so feelings of loneliness, sadness, or a lack of emotional fulfillment. The Moon is the planet of emotions, and Saturn is the planet of structure and discipline. It would be a great time to have a look at how your structure is impacting your emotions and vice versa. It's all about emotional challenges and growing from them and with them. Make sure life demands are not weighing you down too much, but if they are, take a look at what you can do about it to realign yourself. We also have the conjunction of Moon and Venus, which can bring a blend of beauty, emotional depth, financial ease, but also challenges in relationships and emotional stability. And collectively, we're going to have a look at creativity, security, beauty, and pleasure. Emotion will come in touch with pleasure, but we might want to combine this with discipline, since Saturn is also dancing with the Moon at the same time. The Moon will be in the sign of Pisces at this time as well, a highly intuitive sign that's literally represented by duality. You know, the two fish swimming in opposite direction. So we might actually really benefit from swimming deep into our own waters and our own subconscious and connecting to that side of ourselves, that deep within. The Moon will be at its closest point to Earth on the 2nd of February in the sign of Aries, which will bring us a sense of reignite. It will reignite our energies to achieve what we want to achieve before the Moon comes into full. Jupiter is coming out of retrograde in Gemini on the 4th of February. It has been a period of introspection, reassessments. We've been reconsidering past decisions and had time to reflect on our spiritual values along with our moral values. And Jupiter is the planet of principles, growth, expansion, adventure, healing, good fortune, and miracles. So we can really expect to cash in properly if we've had some time to go inwards while it's been in retrograde. And as coming out of retrograde, we can start seeing it move in our favors more and more if we're taking that time to really go within. The full moon will be in Leo this time, another fire sign, on the 12th of February. We want to be seen, we want to celebrate, we want to embrace the unique ways we shine. We want to get in touch with our inner child and having a sense of childlike wonder. Find the space where you feel like a natural leader. It's not a time for quitting yourself. It's really time to be there and to be fully in you, and to have some friendly competition, because that can actually propel us even further forward. Venus energy will be quite prominent in the month of February, and it will be at its brightest on February 16th. So we will be able to see it in the sky, in the night sky. It has been throughout the month of January, but right now it is going to be at its brightest on February 16th. Mars retrograde will end in Cancer on the 24th of February. Motivation will return and a period of feeling tired and exhausted will end. Mars is ruling our personal energy, so it will ask us to check our own energies so it's not damaging or draining before a new fresh period of action can actually begin. What has been stalled is slowly starting to move again, and with it, it's going to bring new awareness to our limitations, priorities, and the ability to nurture our own within and our own energies. The Sun will enter Pisces on the 19th of February. It's a time for healing, engaging in spiritual practices, creative projects, letting go of the past, and preparing for new astrological new year, which will begin once the sun enters Aries by the end of March, symbolizing the new year is beginning. We also have the new moon in Pisces, a lot of Pisces energy in this month, coming into the 28th of February, and it encourages us to reflect on the importance of surrendering, to go with the flow. It might also encourage us to look at where our opposing forces in life can actually combine and become one, to build a bridge in between that. It's not a time to check out, rather than to check in and allow yourself to feel. All right, Libra, I feel like we are ready to start here. I've cleansed your space and meditated on your cards, like I told you. I just want to finish cleansing the space with you here. So you're going to hear 3 loud sounds, and I will begin now. There we go, Libra. Thank you and welcome to your reading. We're going to have a look at your spiritual animals for the month. Could Spirit please guide Libra for their highest good for the month of February? What are Libra's spirit animals for the month of February? We're looking for 2 animals here. What are Libra's spirit animals for the month of February? Oops. Thank you so much. So we are going to start with the golden egg here, and it is in this deck connected to spirit. So I will actually have a look at the description here for you. The golden egg is connected to the 4th chakra, so it is connected to the heart chakra. So if you want to have a Google about the golden egg and it being mystical, you can definitely do so, but I will read from the book what it means in this deck. So we're having a look at the message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question what weighs heaviest on your heart. Staying open to any response you hear, engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very own essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you're seeing an old friend that's been away for a long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. And the golden egg is connected to the fourth chakra. The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center at the 4th chakra. This chakra, called Anahata, is the home of the self or soul. By bringing the mind into this center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation, waiting for us. Anahata translates to the unstruck sound. All right. You also have the gazelle, which is connected to the fire element. You have the sun there in the background. The gazelle is very aware of its surroundings. It's moving fast. Since it can be unbalanced, it is hyper aware. So that's what we want to work on. When it is balanced, it is very aware of its surroundings, but it's not overtaking anything. Your attention to details. You don't want to be fully focused on only surviving. You want to be focusing on thriving and living your best life. All right. If you're interested in having a look at any of these and dig deeper into it, please feel free to Google them and what they symbolize as a spirit animal. But we also will be having a look at what spirit wants to tell you and wants you to be aware of for the month of February 2025. And we're usually looking for 3 cards here. Spirit, what does Libra need to be aware of for the month of February? What messages do you have for them for the month of February? What do they need to be aware of throughout the month of February? Thank you. So I'm going to go with them as they're popping out. And you have the moon, intuition and emotional healing. So it's funny that the moon will be in Pisces quite a lot. 2 + 3 equals change there. So you want to focus on intuition and emotional healing and really connect yourself with the moon and water there. We also have the Black Madonna, which is sacred dark goddess mother. So maybe you need to get in touch with that dark side of you that you've been pushing away for a while. Really go deep within. You also have Venus, which is connected to Venus is connected to Taurus, but also to you. I'm getting the Empress vibe, if you understand what I mean. 2 - 5 is 3, which is the Empress in the normal tarot card deck. So you got Venus there, love and abundance. So love is also about your heart chakra and knowing abundance. All right. So those are the energies that Spirit is asking you to keep an eye out for in your life through the month of February. And it might be actually weaving this reading together. Could I please have the past energy for Libra coming into the month of February? And you have the Emperor. It's Aries energy. It's the number 4. And so you're coming out. The past energy for you has been authority and structure and discipline. It's a card of fatherhood, protecting boundaries and releasing what you can't control. He's stern but he's full of wisdom and understanding. It is a card of Mars and fire. You have fire here as well. So you might have really been knowing what you're doing, like really having that. Oh, maybe that's what's connecting to here. Maybe you need to connect to your feminine side, because he really represents masculinity and drive and going and Mars. So maybe that's why you're being asked to really connect to that feminine side of you, even that dark feminine side of you. Like, what are you ashamed of? If you're interested in shadow work, please YouTube shadow work and shadow work for beginners to really get started into realigning yourself. But I feel like this is also talking about duality, the divine masculine with the divine feminine, if that makes sense. So that is the energy you're coming into February with. Discipline, knowing what you can't control and letting that go. Is the balance between dominance and what you can't control. Dominance and releasing it. All right, you might have been releasing some things that you need to get into your emotional healing with here and finding love and abundance in your own heart and in your own body. Could I please have the hopes and the fears for Libra for this month of February? What is the hopes and fears? The Chariot. So Chariot is about riding these 2 dueling forces and doing it with determination, knowing when to pull the reins closer and when to loosen them up. So you might have a fear about not actually being in control of this. might have a fear about not having determination or direction, or not even having enough self-control to get yourself through it. You just need to get in touch with the realization of that you are the driver throughout this month. This fear can actually turn into a hope, and you can actually find yourself with it. I think your heart space has a lot to do with this, and you realizing that there is some duality going on in your life right now, and you might be a little bit scared about tackling it and having that balance. But I feel like you're going to work through this. As you're working through the month, this will actually go into the upright, and you will be in the driver's seat, and you will be knowing how to handle the dueling forces. Can I please have Libra's present energy? Oh, it's a card about balance. So the twos in the tarot is about patience and balance. She is indecisive, and she knows that different choices makes different outcomes. You might be feeling like you're at a stalemate. There's pros and cons with every single decision that you make. There's no clear winner. And she's sitting here deciding which one she's going to pick. There's also the moon there, which you have the moon here. So we're connecting that thing. It's about maybe listening to your intuition. You're standing there in between two things that you need to choose from. But I feel like you're actually realizing that maybe this is a hard decision. There might be feeling like, okay, there is two choices, but one is silly and the other one I really want to go for. That's what I'm picking up on here. Nothing is silly. If you really want to go for it, find a way to work around it, all right? The swords are about, or especially this one is about balance, but swords can be used for good and they can be used for bad. And this came out in the reverse, so it will go into the upright as you're going through the month. But you really need to find that balance and patience within yourself, and realizing what you want is not silly or stupid. But every choice has an impact, whether it's positive or negative, and it can be both positive and negative at the same time. You need to decide what you want. All right, what is the crossing energy here? Thank you so much. You have Justice. It's another card about balance and having the scales there, Libra. It's very you to have scales here. So the Justice came out into the reverse, but since it's a crossing energy, I feel like once again this is a choice that you can make yourself, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So Justice is number 11, is a master number. It's a card of cause and effect, clarity, truth. Everyone is accountable for their own actions. Embrace fairness and connect past wrongs and karmic retribution. What you get is a direct result of your actions. She's also holding the double-sided sword here. So once again, it's about the sword being used for good or the sword being used for bad. This is in the reverse. Maybe you've been feeling like you've not had a lot of clarity, and you might feel like you're lacking some sort of truth, or you feel like maybe the people around you has not got the justice that they deserve. But believe me, justice comes when it's time to be served, all right? This is the crossing energy, so cause and effect and clarity, just what I said before this card actually came up, is that you decide how it's going to be seen. Everything has pros and cons with it. Can I please have Libra's conscious energy of the month of February? What are you working towards? King of Wands into the reversed. I feel like maybe you feel a little bit stuck here. The Kings express their power with authority, and the King of Wands is about the big picture. He's a leader, he's overcoming challenges, having great vision and leadership and understanding, and having both the understanding and the drive to go forward with his vision. He's inspiring others, he has passion, he accepts progress, not perfection, and he keeps goals realistic. Maybe you've not been feeling like you've actually kept goals realistic at this time. Maybe you've been feeling like you've not had a lot of drive to go for. And maybe that's why you might be a little bit fearful about taking on these dueling forces, because they might be running in different directions and you don't know where to go. You want to combine them, you want to integrate them and see where they can take you together, rather than deciding to go in opposite directions here. There's always a third with the seven, with the Two of Swords here. You know, she can put both these swords down and go into the emotions, go into the water behind her. She has more than one decision to make, right? Does that make sense? It's not only about balance, but it's about maybe bringing these two things that you might not think work together, and how you can actually do that and getting into control. As we're going through this month and as you're working through this energy of bringing these sides together, the King of Wands will go into the upright and you will start feeling the energy of having that passion and authority and taking things on. And also the Chariot, with it being going faster, you might see an actual connection between those going through the month of February. What is Libra's unconscious energy? Once again, is a card in the reverse, and the queens are expressing their power with creativity. Is a bit of more of a mother, while the kings are a bit of a father. Divine feminine and divine masculine. All right, she was also in the reverse here, but I'm going to go through this explaining to you that the Queen of Cups, she is the symbol of creativity, kindness, calm, serenity. You know, you can bring others happiness without it costing you happiness. There's a balance between giving and receiving, and she is very well aware of this balance in between. But maybe you've been giving too much, and that's why we're talking about balance in this reading, that you've been giving too much of yourself to other people, and it might have left you drained. So you feel like you can't start your own thing that you're waiting for, that you know it's meant for you here. You don't need to choose between other people and you. You always need to choose yourself and then give to other people from what's left, if that makes sense. You can't pour your emotional cup into other people and fill their cups and expect to be pouring and pouring and pouring for other people when your cup is empty, right? I want to have some clarity here. Could I please have some words to describe this unconscious energy for Libra, Queen of Cups in the reverse? What do they need to be aware of? Could you please guide them for the highest good? I feel once again I need to tell you that this energy will go into the upright as you're working through this energy through the month of February. So you really want to get in touch with yourself. Thank you so much. So the Queen of Cups is connected to the King of Swords here with the intellect. So this is describing why the Queen of Cups is into the reversed. It is describing what you need to hear in order to move on and get her into the upright. All right, I will read these. It's Aquarius energy, and it's about mental clarity, intellectual power, truth. Some truth needs to be seen here or heard or realized. Authority, reason, discipline, high standards, head over heart, integrity, serious and strict. So head over heart, maybe you've been letting your heart rule without your head being integrated. But when you're making decisions in your life, you kind of want the gut, the heart and the mind together agreeing on something. You want them connected with each other to realize what is an illusion and what is not, what is actually intuition, what feels good for me. If you have all these three lines connected with each other and one of them says no, then perhaps it's not the time right now, even though you want to work towards it. You can still take small steps towards it. But once these three are connected and say yes to you, you want to move with that. All right? Wonderful. Can I please have Libras, my wonderful Libras, energy and attitude towards the month of February? The Magician in the reversed. So you are blocking yourself by giving away too much and not having balance. The Magician is a card of creation. He has all the suits here of the tarot on the table. He points up with his staff, as above, and pointing to the below. As above, so below. You are the creator. And there's also a sign of karma or infinity over his head. The number ones begin is a major arcana card, and just as much as the Emperor is. So you got some major arcana along with the Chariot here. So it's big changes in your life. So since it's in the reverse, I will go through the first, what it actually means. And it is a card of willpower, intention and creation, manifestation, knowing where to focus your energy. And maybe that's why the gazelle is popping up as well. You don't want to be hyper vigilant on the things going on around you that just gonna suck your energy out. You want to connect to your heart and to yourself in order to connect to this creative energy and this manifestation energy and what you actually want. Does that make sense? He takes what he wants, he creates what he wants. I have the tools to create my reality is what I'm getting. And, you know, energy is neither destroyed or created, it is transformed. You don't want to get rid of this energy. I feel like you want to channel it into what you need it to be. And since the Magician is in the reverse, I feel like you're blocking yourself right now. So this is the energies that you need to work on. You need to balance yourself. You need to get in touch with this balance. This balance is in the heart of the reading. You have the two there and you have the scales there. So you want to look at justice, cause and effect and clarity and truth, and be fair to yourself by having a look at those people around you. This is you, right? You want this to go into the upright. You want to be able to be the one with the reins and realizing you are the creator and manifestator. Manifestator, I don't even know if that's a word, but manifester in your own world, your reality, what's going on in your mind and in your body. That is all from who you believe you are and who you think, what you deserve, what you think that you deserve. And the Magician is in the reverse right now because it is blocked. You need to find this willpower and have these truths and find your reason why and find some disciplines and have a head over heart when it comes to the things that you want and how you strategize is what I'm getting. You need to have some integrity towards yourself. If you say that you're going to do something, do it and show yourself that you can do it. Even if you find that really hard right now, just start with small things and just go through that. Just start with that, and maybe in order to get these into the upright, you might need to connect with the moon and the emotional healing. So I would ask you to maybe on the 1st of February, when the moon is conjunction Venus and when the moon is in Pisces at the same time, maybe go out and see if the moon is there for you to be connecting to. Does that make sense? We also have the new moon in Pisces on the 28th of February. And that is the perfect time to join this duality, surrendering to the flow and get that together. So maybe in the new moon in Pisces, make sure to go for a walk and really connect with the moon at that time. Maybe you will feel some insights or even get some healing from that. Take that time to take care of yourself and listen to your heart, because that's where the love and the abundance is actually coming from and radiating from yourself into the world. Beautiful. Beautiful, Libra. Just be willing to work with the energy. See it as not necessarily as an exercise, but as a sort of play. Like you can do this little game with yourself, that you can show yourself that you're there, you love yourself, you can finish tasks that you dream about and do them for you and not for anyone else. All right? How is the environment around you affecting you? Can I see, oh, thank you. Have some insight in the environment around Libra. You have the Page of Cups into the reverse, right? So the pages are about new opportunities. Maybe you've been feeling like you've been losing an opportunity has passed you by. The Page of Cups is connected to, you know, delightful surprises, but also imagination, the inner child, guidance from imagination or from your guides, and ground yourself to guide. So I feel like you've not been in contact with yourself whatsoever. So maybe that's why you don't know what you want. You might not know where to go from there. And in order to get this into the upright, you just need to work. And like I said in the astrological forecast, we have the full moon in Leo on the 12th of February, which is connecting the moon, but also connecting that inner child, that excitement within you. What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? And it's also, the fish is represented by your intuition popping in on you and having a look. Maybe you've been so serious about things that you've been blocking yourself from connecting, or maybe even the surrounding, because this is the pile of your environment. Maybe people around you have been so closed off to their emotions. Maybe they're so hard or stern. Can I please have some clarification of the Page of Cups here into the reverse? What is Libra? What words can describe Libra's environment? Sorry, that one came out from an earlier reading. Okay, thank you. So we have here Judgment into the reverse, and we also have the Sun. So in the environment around you, as before you're working through this energy, you have unfinished lessons, self-doubt, self-loathing, ignoring and resisting the universe. So that might be why the Page of Cups is in the resistance. Maybe you don't want to go with the flow. Maybe you've been trying to really get something because you set your mind to it. Does that make sense? Failure to learn lessons. Maybe you've been ignoring hits coming up, and that's why it's blocked itself a little bit for you, because you have blocked it out. All right? If you're working through this energy, you know, you have pure positivity, ultimate happiness, joy, success, vitality, warmth, positive outcome, optimism, confidence, sunshine, and truth coming in for you. So once again, it's about truth. You have two cards here talking about truth. Maybe it's time for you to move yourself out of that environment that is making you self-doubt yourself, maybe it's even the environment of your own mind, Libra, because you're an air sign, you are connected to the swords in the tarot. Maybe that's what you need to come out of. All right, maybe you've been stuck in your mind, and just you need to reconnect those parts with yourself. Maybe combine your mind with your feelings and see where it actually takes you. That's what you want to do with the Chariot. That's how you want to move through the month. Really connect back into yourself in order to drive yourself forward. This is absolutely amazing that you're getting these. And the heart space and love and abundance. You have several things here tying the knot back together to self-love and truth and emotional healing, and the moon and balance, and wow, duality. Thank you so much, Spirit. What is the short-term outcome for Libra if they're working through this energy of the month of February? Oops, thank you. You have the Page of Swords. You've got quite a lot of pages. Pages are represented by the number 11. So maybe the number 1111 means something to you through this month. If you're interested in angel numbers, please have a look through it. But the pages, once again, are new opportunities and new experience. This man is a man of curiosity and restlessness, mental energies, having more to know, having more to learn, and excited about. He's ready. He's not fully, he's on the path to becoming the king, if that makes sense. It's a plan of, eager to share and eager to learn, enthusiasm, but you need to plan. And since this was in the reverse, it is blocked right now. But as you're moving through this energy, this is exactly the question that I asked. This is what you're having. You're having a new eager to learn and to drive yourself, and having an intellect and thoughtful way of existing. You just need to plan. You just need to plan where you want to go. Could I please have some clarification on the Page of Swords here? Thank you. So what it says here in the short-term outcome for the Page of Swords in the reverse here, and it is saying what you're going to go through is recovery, regeneration, moving on, even stronger, lessons learned, survival, painful swords falling out. You have the sword here, and healing. Once again, we're talking about healing. This is what you need to focus on in order to get the Page of Swords upright. But this is in your short-term outcome, healing. You're willing to see what you are closing your eyes to. Maybe that's why you got the Two of Swords here. There's something that you're not willing to have a look at. The moon is also a little bit about illusions. If you look at the moon card in the tarot deck itself, it's about illusions or intuition. Maybe you're not willing to see. But also the Page of Swords and the explanation here is also talking about long-term investments, sustained patience, perseverance, hard work, success and waiting, harvest, result, profits and planning. Once again, it's a card about planning. Planning, planning, planning. What are you planning for, Libra? What are you planning for? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to plan for? Could I please have a card that describes what Libra needs to plan for? What do they need to know? Thank you. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So once again, it's about changing your energy. This is what I've been getting. Change your energy, because work with the energy, and these will go into the upright. Planning. So it's not a direct answer to what are you planning or what do you need to plan. That will come. And it's probably all going to be different for each and every single one of you. But you want to get into planning mode and changing your energy. Maybe you've been a little bit disorganized. Maybe you've been seeing every single fear instead of actually focusing on the abundance around you. Thank you so much, Spirit. Could I please have the long-term outcome? If Libra is working through all this energy, what can they expect? The long-term energy. Long-term energy is usually months or a year. Could be weeks as well, but long-term energy. If Libra, who's watching this, could you please guide them for the highest good? What is the long-term outcome? Okay, you got two cards here. And the long-term outcome is the moon. And the long-term outcome here is self-victimization. So this is if the energy stays the same, you are not working through this, you will still have, it's funny that I talked about the moon card in itself earlier, so here it comes. You need to get, this is a card about the unconscious, illusions, secrecy, intuition versus illusion. You need to at night take small steps so you don't fall over, but you still need to take steps. So if you I feel like this is what's happening if you decide not to work with the energy and not surrendering to the flow and do something to change your energy. So that is what I'm getting. Otherwise, you will be still stuck in this not knowing if it's intuition or if it's illusion. You know, don't be scared of this. Water here is on the ground. She's standing in it. The Eight of Swords is a card about transcendence of energies. Once again, asking you to change your energy. Change your energy. It's a card about imprisonment and empowerment, or powerlessness. I wanted to say empowerment because you can actually take this off and not be the victim. You can decide to take this off and take a sword and move on and climb that hill where there is a castle. You can take the blindfold off, you can take the chains off if you want, and just move on. You don't need to feel like you're stuck. You have this decision, and once again, this is how you decide to see it. Maybe if you are feeling a bit stuck, maybe it has just been a pause or a time for you to reflect. But you need to decide to see the truth. Once again, the truth is coming up. She thinks that there's no way out. You might think that there's no way out. You have this or that, and you need to be, and you are aware of this energy. But you can always make your own road. You can always cut down some trees to go through a path that you or people around you have never taken before. You might need to be the first. And, you know, getting in touch with the moon and your healing is going to help you move through this and see that there is more to your life than not seeing the truth. Wow, I felt like this was going to be so overwhelmingly powerful, but if that makes sense to you, there's a balance. The sun and the moon are dancing. You know, there's a balance about light and dark, and your hope will go into the upright as you're moving through this energy, right? There actually might be your intuition telling you to go here. You don't want to sit and feel sorry for yourself. I know it's a very hard thing to hear, but sometimes the hard things to hear might actually be the things that we need to hear in order to move forward. Your belief can be your greatest weakness, but it can also be your greatest strength. Believe that you're worthy of creating your own life. Believe that you're worthy of your intuition and the love and abundance that you deserve. We're going to finish and having a look at the final messages that Spirit has for you, Libra. What does Libra need to know for the month of February? Final messages before we close this reading. Could I please have some final messages for Libra for the month of February 2025? What do they need to be aware of? Could you please guide them for their highest good? What do they need to be aware of? Okay, I'm hearing not this one. What does Libra need to be aware of? Could you please guide them for the highest good? Ooh. What does Libra need to be aware of? Oh, thank you. Could I please have... Oh, that's way too many. Could I please have 2 more messages? Oh, thank you. Got them all in one. So what you need to be aware of is your strength. The yang also representing the yin and yang, which is about balance and finding your strength and having your strength and realizing that you are strong. You can hold the reins of the chariot and keep these dueling forces. Moon in detriment is about cutting your losses. Release what no longer serves you, what is not longer there for you. Release your losses. release what you've not released yet. Does that make sense? I feel like this is the thing that you're holding on to. You also have the card here talking about communication. You need to communicate with others. Maybe decide to meet up with someone and have a new perspective on your situation. Thank you so much. All right, one more here. Thank you. Pluto. Ending and regeneration. So once again, it's about cutting your losses, ending of a situation that you just need to decide to move on from, so you can realign your own life so it serves you, my beautiful Libra. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully something resonated. Please leave a like if it did. Please leave any comments down in the comment section down below. I love to hear from you, and hopefully I see you in March. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye.